Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Excuse me if I sound like I'm super sick. I've been sick for I think over a week and I was dying. So excuse my voice, but today I'm super excited to be here because I am going to be reviewing the new Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I know this has been super talked about and everybody and their mom has already done a review on this, but I wanted to do my own review because as much as I love Nars, some of their foundations just have not worked for me, and I feel like everyone is saying that this foundation is amazing, so I have to test it out for myself. So I'm super excited to try out this foundation and see how it's going to perform on really oily skin like mine. I've had some trouble with Nars foundations in the past, but I'm giving this one a fresh, new, open mind, unbiased opinion, so this is going to be a no bullshit review here. If it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. If it's awesome, I'm gonna tell you it's awesome. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be doing a wear test with this one, but I will leave in the description box down below how I thought this performed throughout the day. Okay, so let me just stop rambling and let's get started. So I picked up the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation from Sephora a few days ago. I got it in the shade Medium 3.5 Vanuatu. I don't know what's up with these weird names that Nars comes up with, but that's the name, Vanuatu. It was approximately, I want to say it was like $39 or $49. I'll put the price up here somewhere. But it was pretty expensive. I don't think it was anything too expensive. I know the Dior Forever foundation that I'm obsessed with costs like $68. So this is nowhere near as expensive, but I hope it's worth the money. So let's get into this and see how this wears and how it feels on my face. So I'm just gonna pump that onto my Elo Cosmetics Elo 119 flat top kabuki brush. I'm obsessed with this brush. I've said it in past videos. It's awesome. I'll put a link for it down below. I think everyone should try this brush out. It's so good. So it's going on really nice. You could tell that it has very full coverage. I'm so excited about the coverage of it. And I'm just stippling that onto my cheeks right now, and it's going on beautifully. Like, look at the difference between this side of my face and this side. It's got really good coverage, that's for sure. The color is spot on for me, which is awesome because I have really yellow undertones and it's really hard to find foundations that have yellow undertones in them. So that one pump did a really good job covering half of my face. I don't think I could have gotten to a full face with just one pump. The pumps are really little, but it does look so pretty. It glided on really nice. And for the other side of the face, I am going to use a primer like I did in my last try on for a foundation wear test. I ran out of my favorite primer, so I am just going to be using the Morphe Prep and Set and try to focus that in on the left side of my face. Okay, so now that I let that primer set just a little bit, I am going to be taking another pump of the foundation and I am going to be going in with my beauty sponge this time. So off the bat, I think that I like it a little bit more with the sponge. And I thought that I would love it a lot more with the brush because a brush just tends to pick up more pigmentation. But this is working just fine with giving me good coverage, but it's just making it look a little bit more seamless. I'm looking at it in a mirror right now and I actually think it looks exactly the same. So I take back what I said about the sponge over the brush. I don't think it matters what tool you use. It's just a really nice foundation. It looks really beautiful on the skin. It definitely looks radiant. It is tacky to the touch, and when I do touch it, foundation is coming off on my finger. I don't think you could see on the camera, but quite a bit is actually coming off on my finger. So this is a foundation that you definitely have to set. Normally what I would do during my first impressions and wear tests is add another layer of the foundation. And I do that to see how buildable the coverage is. But I think the coverage of this foundation is actually so nice and so full coverage that I don't need to add another layer to it on either side. So I won't be doing that. I don't want to do it for the sake of it, just because I don't want to look cakey, TBH, but I think it does look really beautiful. So I am just going to do my eyeshadow, and I will be right back to see how beautiful it blends in, or not beautiful, it blends in with my concealer. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I finished my eyes. I put on some lashes. I used the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I use this palette all the time. I don't even have to talk about it anymore. I use it all the time. And for lashes, I used Featherette from House of Lashes. So now we're gonna get into concealer, and I like to do concealer as part of my first impressions / wear test, because sometimes concealers don't work well with foundation. So I'm gonna test the Tarte Shape Tape concealer that I use all the time and see if this one works well with this foundation. And I'm running out of my shade medium, so I have to go get another one. By the way, speaking of Tarte, how horrible is it that they came out with those shades for their Tarte Shape Tape foundation? I was floored. I was floored, and I love their concealer, but I won't be buying those foundations. That shade range is just disgusting. I mean, you're excluding so many people from the ability to be able to try your foundation. So many people were excited for it, and most of the population can't even try it out. I don't even think I have a shade in there, and I'm by no means dark or deep. I'm a brown girl, but that really pisses me off that they came out with basically 3 dark shades. A million light shades, but 3 dark shades. It's not okay. But moving on from that, let's test the concealer and see if it works well with this foundation. And yeah, it's blending beautifully. It doesn't seem to be breaking up underneath my eyes or near my nose. So it does look really, really good right now. So I just put on a little bit of the RCMA No Color Powder to set underneath my eyes to make sure it looks all smooth and that nothing's getting all cakey and dry looking. So I did use that, and I'm just gonna wipe that away now. I will say that when I was setting my laugh lines, it was creasing in there already before I set it, obviously. Most of my foundations crease, but this one just felt a little bit oily. It feels like nothing on my face right now, but when I touched it, it does feel a little bit oily, so I'm praying to God that this doesn't look like an oily mess by the end of the day. But right now, it does look flawless. My skin looks like just beautiful. It is accentuating my pores just a little bit, but nothing too exaggerated. I base everything off of my new favorite foundation, which is the Dior Skin Forever foundation. I feel like when I put on that foundation, I get so many compliments. Hopefully with this one I will too. I will be going to the mall, so let's see how many people say something about my skin. But I am going to finish up the rest of my foundation, and I will be back to let you guys know how I feel about everything after I finish putting everything on. Okay guys, so I just finished putting on all of my makeup, so I am going to give you my final thoughts on what I think about the foundation. It looks really beautiful on. I love the color. I love that Nars has so many olive undertones and yellow undertones, because those are my undertones and it's very hard to find those. And I do think it sits beautifully. I am a little scared that it might break up during the day, so like I said before, it'll be down in the description box. But right now I am loving it. It looks so beautiful, so flawless. I think my skin looks like porcelain on camera. I'm really loving it. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit so you can really see what I'm talking about. So now that you're zoomed into my face, you could see what I'm talking about. Everything went on so smooth, so pretty. Everything glided on. The color is spot on for me. And I can't really see too much texture or pores. I could see a little bit of pores right here. And you guys could definitely tell now because the contrast is a little higher because it's darker outside. So you could see I have a little bit of pores here, which I'm not loving. My Dior Skin Forever foundation doesn't do that to me. And I don't see it settling into my lines. But like I said, this foundation did seem a little bit oily when before I set it. So I do think that it might get a little bit shiny throughout the day, but I'll let you guys know in the description box down below. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and you learned a little bit about the new Nars foundation. And if you want to go try it out, I think it's available at only Sephora and Nars.com. So go out and try it on your own. Go get a sample at Sephora. It is free. It doesn't hurt to ask. Your skin will always be different than mine, so I do recommend that you guys go ask and try it out on your own. But if you do have oily skin like me, then maybe this is a really good review for you to watch. So don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you guys liked it, and subscribe to my channel. I bring out videos every single week, at least one new one a week. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.